Hello and welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Cambo Campbell.
Do you think if people really were a fan of this show, they could take the posts we talk about, which is the auditory version of Reddit, create a website, and post the content on that website in a forum kind of layout?
Yeah, I think that's a money-making idea.
Yeah.
Right there. And if they want, they can use our logo.
Yeah, we can.
That we use for the podcast.
We'll allow them to use our logo and color scheme and font.
And part of our name.
Part of
Either
our
the
name.
first half or the last half of
Dealer's choice on that
our
one.
name you can use as the title of the website.
So on Reddit?
Yeah. I'm just going to get straight into it.
Okay,
mate. I'm sick of this dilly-dallying. This
Dilly-dallying, you say?
Yes.
From us?
Nah, that's not what I said. Was it?
I'd never dilly-dally. Although...
Anyway, this post. Okay. Oh, Canberra, I've committed a cardinal sin, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between a sin and a cardinal sin? I had the word cardinal before sin as if like to give it more emphasis.
Is a cardinal sin someone from the church doing it and therefore it's worse?
Yeah, because cardinals like
anyone
that's a
can
position.
sin.
Is cardinal a position?
Yeah,
Like that's a thing.
yeah.
Like a priest kind of, but
Yeah.
so it's
like
sin by them.
Better than a priest? I don't know.
Yes.
Sins are definitely worse.
Yeah. Anyway, what are we saying we don't do? All right. Anyway, I have committed a sin of sorts.
Possible cardinal in nature.
And because I got tagged in something on Facebook, which I never look at Facebook. The only times I look at Facebook is if we're recording remotely and I have to look at it. And this just happened to be one of those times. But my cousin tagged me in a post, and I thought, this is quite interesting. I might use it. It was probably been on Reddit at some point in its life. And I wanted to know if you knew anything about this, actually. So it was just a photo of Keanu looking great. And it said, right after The Matrix, Keanu Reeves did something he never does. Played a total asshole. He did it in a weird little thriller by a filmmaker who went on to make a huge superhero movie. And Keanu's genuinely... Oh, God. This is written so poorly. I want to let you know I've already fixed some of the grammar and such. But it says, okay. And Keanu's genuinely great as a dangerous, hateful creep. His performance was called nothing less than a revelation. But almost no one saw the movie. This is written so poorly, especially because it's like, a filmmaker who went on to make huge superhero movies. Just name the filmmaker. The filmmaker who made X, Y, Z. This is...
So...
I was like, that's why I kind of needed to bring it up, because for you to give it some validation. And the fact that, I guess, the overarching question is it actually possible that Keanu Reeves could act so well that it was called a revelation?
This won't surprise you.
Yeah.
I have some thoughts.
Okay.
First of all, I am also not really on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether it was because we recorded or whatever. I saw this post. In fact,
that's so
probably
weird.
because you were tagged in it.
Yeah. Okay.
I also saw the kind of website it came from, like a clickhole style website.
Right, yeah.
They do like listicle articles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hence the bad grammar and such.
It was so bad. Yeah.
I do have some opinions about this post.
Yeah.
But it is going to make me sound like a real film snob.
Cambo, here's the secret. You are a film snob.
Yeah.
You just tried
I like
not
to pretend I'm a
identify
common
as one.
person.
Yeah.
I would say this post is by someone who is maybe either younger
Okay.
or is like new to the realm of film fandom.
Right.
Because I know the movie they're talking about.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a movie called The Gift.
Okay.
And it's from about the year 2000, so just after The Matrix.
Okay. Yeah.
I disagree with a lot of what they're saying. First of all, they described it as a weird little thriller and that almost no one saw it.
Yeah.
This film was directed by Sam Raimi, who directed Spider-Man, Doctor Strange. But in the year 2000, he'd already directed Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead 3.
Right.
He directed Darkman. He was quite a big director.
Okay.
It stars Kate Blanchett. It stars Katie Holmes. It stars Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
It had a pretty big budget.
Yeah.
And it did quite well.
Right.
So I disagree that it's a weird little film. That, like, it was a studio movie.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the thing is, like, I haven't heard of The Gift. I would say
during its time, it was popular enough that there's jokes about this movie in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's the movie there.
I mean, yeah, okay.
The stoner neighbors
Yeah.
in Harold and Kumar are continually watching The Gift on repeat because they've heard that Katie Holmes is naked in The Gift.
Right.
Because it was enough of a cultural thing that, like, the innocent girl from Dawson's Creek was nude in this movie. Mm-hmm. That it was, like, obviously not 22 years later.
Yeah.
But at the time it came out, it was, like, a pretty successful studio film.
Okay,
Not as it says here, some fucking weird little film that no one's ever heard. That makes it sound like it was, like, some micro budget.
I was going to say, it makes it seem like Bound. You know,
the Wachowskis film. Yeah,
something like that. That's a bit obscure and
definitely made for no money, made independently, was sold to whatever. Now this had like a $10 million budget. It was written by the actor Billy Bob Thornton.
Right.
This movie.
Okay. Yeah.
And weirdly, this is like, I don't know why I know so much about The Gift, but he says it's about Kate Blanchett's character has like these weird telepathic visions, and she's trying to solve the murder of a young woman that's found in a lake.
Right.
Katie Holmes is the woman. Keanu Reeves was the ex-boyfriend that they think maybe did it.
Right.
He says it's based on his own mum's real-life telepathic abilities.
Okay. Okay.
The other thing I want to point out is that it said his performance was called Nothing Less Than a Revelation.
Yeah.
He hasn't quoted a source. I'm saying he by default. I should say they. I don't know what's the matter.
Yeah.
They've said nothing short than a revelation. Haven't quoted a source on that.
Yeah.
But I do know critically this film was not liked.
Yeah.
So I do wonder who was like, terrible film, but nothing short of a revolution.
Oh, he's good in this.
Yeah. But it is designed in almost every way to make you want to click on that article.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
They don't name who this director is that did big superhero movie afterwards. They don't name the movie, obviously, because they want you to click to find out.
Yeah.
They've kind of shrouded in this thing of like, man, this weird movie that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a semi-popular film around the year 2000.
Well, I'm glad now to know, above anything, that there still isn't a movie that Keanu Reeves in where he's been able to act. Because that would change my worldview. Mm-hmm. My mind would explode. Yep. So I'm glad that I'm allowed to continue in the real world, so to speak. No, that's not true. I lied. The movie where he plays the representative of the aliens, where he has no emotion at all.
The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Yeah. That one? Mwah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That is a...
Hey, Keanu, can you just sort of like read these lines really blandly?
Yeah.
You
are a race
it.
of superior intellect, so there's no emotional inflection needed.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It,
You've nailed it. Yeah. You have nailed it. Yeah.
Keanu Reeves as an emotionless alien representative is perfect casting, on par with Arnold Schwarzenegger playing a robot that also has no emotion or inflection.
Yeah.
And is just made to kill people.
Yeah.
What perfect casting.
Yeah. So good. Oh my God. Cameron, quick, go to Ask Reddit.
Hang on. I gotta
for God's sake.
Get everything ready. I'm not dawdling.
I say
by
quick.
The way. I'm not dilly-dallying.
Say quick. This Ask Reddit was by Gavel Pounder 91. Film snobs of Reddit.
I love to think that they're a judge, by the way.
Yeah. Film snobs of Reddit. Who was the single worst casting choice in Hollywood film history?
Keanu Reeves in Dracula.
How good was that?
Keanu Reeves in Dracula.
Keanu Reeves in anything.
Except the day the Earth stood still.
Except the day the Earth stood still. Look, ignoring Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
that's too easy.
I don't play many video games, and even I think I know this one.
Okay, yeah.
Is most of Uncharted?
Yes, yeah. I could see. Well, okay. Mark Wahlberg as Sully. Not even close.
No.
Really poorly.
From what I understand, Sully is like an older man, Silver Fox kind of older man.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Burt Reynolds-y, like mustache, silver hair, red and white shirts. He's always smoking a cigar. He's kind of a bit quippy and salty and whatever.
Yeah.
But they just got to confuse Bostonian bad.
Yeah. Like,
what are you doing, Nathan? What's this?
Yeah, it just wasn't. To me, it just wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Like they just totally misrepresented Sully at all. But on the other hand, Nathan Drake, as Tom, what's his name?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. I feel like you could have got away with that a little bit. I think if they had replaced Sully with somebody better, then you could more accept there's Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. But yes, that was a particularly bad one. It's hard to, I think, sometimes sort of separate bad casting from bad movie,
and bad direction.
And bad direction, yeah, because sometimes when the cast is bad or even a single, actor is cast poorly, it can then make the whole film seem worse.
Yep.
So it's hard to be like, okay, what was a film that could have been good, but it was actually, if you really look at it, in a micro version, it was actually just that there was one cast member that was bad and it could have changed everything.
Yeah. And well, I'm going to actually do an example of almost the exact opposite of what you just said.
Yeah.
In which there's someone that I think is painted as a bad casting choice, but I don't think is necessarily their fault.
Oh, yes.
Is the Star Wars prequels. Hayden Christensen played Anakin Skywalker, who became Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, he's so wooden and mopey and whatever. And he got bullied off the internet, essentially.
Yeah.
But just before he did that movie, he made a movie called Life as a House.
Yeah.
And he got nominated for all kinds of awards, critically acclaimed performance, really good. I just think the script fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And there's only so much you can do with a script that's bad, direction that's bad.
Yeah.
It's like, what was he ever going to do?
Yeah.
Like, you can't make that better.
It is nuts how often that has happened to Keanu.
Yeah.
So many films. Where just the directions, the scripts.
He was perfect. He was getting in there.
I will never fault Keanu.
Also, I will say, swing and a miss for Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor in Batman vs Superman.
Right. Okay.
Just a weird, erratic performance.
Yeah.
I understand the idea of like Lex Luthor is the brains, Superman is the brawn.
Yeah.
His intelligence is his weapon, whatever. And so getting someone like Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
He played Mark Zuckerberg, who is like a very kind of intelligent, super high functioning kind of character in Social Network.
Yeah.
But I reckon they were like, oh, we'll get the Mark Zuckerberg. And Jesse Eisenberg's like, nah, I've done that. I'll do something else.
Yeah.
And I'll be fucking weird and crazy and whatever.
Yeah.
And you're just like, this man can't keep his life together, let alone plot some revenge scheme against these two superheroes.
Yeah.
Just weird. Yeah.
That's a really good one, actually. And do you know what? Because funnily enough, I have always seen Lex Luthor as actually a pretty strong person
normally is.
too.
He normally is.
He's not actually.
He's normally quite buff.
Yeah.
He looks like Jeff Bezos now. You know how he got all buff and bold and laughing maniacally all the time? It's pretty much Lex Luthor.
Yeah, exactly. Also, just a quick bad casting choice is the woman, I've forgotten her name, the woman who plays the Hulk, the attorney, because the Hulk shouldn't be a woman. Okay? I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times.
And you've been on the internet, and those corners of the internet, don't they agree with you?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, they agree with you.
Oh, boy. Okay, I don't think we've ever actually mentioned the what's it called?
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk attorney at law. That whole thing is so nuts.
So dumb.
I
should say the reaction, not the show.
The reaction.
The show is dumb, but it knows that.
Yeah. That's the kind of purpose of the show. And actually, I do think that actress is really amazing.
Yeah, Tatiana Maslany.
That's why I've never been who it is. No, but like I think she's really
for
really
those who have not seen Orphan Black, which is the TV show that she I guess was launched on. She plays like 8 different characters in that show.
Right.
All of them like distinct and different. She's an amazing actress.
Yeah.
Like She-Hulk is like below her.
Yeah. I could imagine being approached for that and being like, ooh, Marvel. Ooh, kind of like a satirical sort of storyline of Marvel.
I think it's a very like fun whatever show. So I can see the appeal.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like the character work she has done
is
so like phenomenally complicated and complex. Like, it's mind-boggling to like wrap your head around some of these scenes she's in with herself.
Yeah.
Like there's scenes where there's like 6 of her in a scene and she's the only actress playing all 6 characters.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
That She-Hulk must be like, what am I, in a ping pong ball suit or whatever? Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Where, I'm twerking there, where am I twerking?
Yes. But let's move on to Today I Advice.
So now it's time for Today I Learned. Let's play the intro to that.
Today I Learned.
And also sometimes advice.
This advice is by Significant Tadpole. Tadpole. What did I say?
Tadpole.
Tadpole 54. Is using a dating app a good idea? 26 female. I'm not really a fan of dating apps or online dating, aside from not being a fan of both. I myself haven't really tried using one. The issue with dating apps is that you get many people on there, all taking different approaches and wanting different things. Some just want validation and for people to like them. Some are looking for just sex. Some want to get back at the opposite sex for various reasons. Some are kids messing about. Some are just window shopping and have no intention of ever meeting up. Some are fakes. Some have serious self-esteem issues. Some just want a free lunch. Some are even genuine people who actually want to meet someone special. This is not specific to one gender. Women and men do this. I was drinking a cup of coffee when I realized that maybe that makes it enjoyable and fun because of the thrill you get from it. I might have been single for a long time, but it won't hurt to try something new, right? I still feel guilty as if for trying one out, but whatever. Okay.
Guilty as F.
Guilty. Oh, yeah, guilty as F. My friends recommend these 2 apps. Hinge, just because my friend and his boyfriend met in this app. I roll. Good night, since it's free, says my friend, LMAO. You don't have to pay for a subscription or anything to match someone. If you guys know any app and ended up with a good experience with it, or if it's the other way around, please do let me know.
Okay, so here's my initial thought. I would edit this post slightly.
Yeah.
To be, is using a dating app a good idea? To, is dating a good idea?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
With the exclusion of like, there's some fake users.
Yeah, fake
like
users.
bots or whatever.
Take maybe somebody trying to get a free lunch or something.
I think that would happen in dating too.
Yeah, but like far less likely, because traditionally, let's say you like meet out somewhere or you meet at work, and it'd be weird for a coworker who you're like, oh, I might want to date, and they're like, oh, I just want a free lunch.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So let's take out fake users and minimize the risk of free lunch, though not impossible.
Not impossible.
All of this is just dating.
This is totally just dating.
The apps are not the issue here.
I would even argue that it's actually probably a little bit more transparent in the dating apps where you go straight into what somebody's looking for, kind of. Maybe still masked a little bit. But if you're just meeting somebody out at a bar or club, whatever, at work, like you don't. It's not initially, I guess, the idea of like, what's this person going to be like to date? You don't know anything about them. And they're more shrouded, I think, in mystery and could absolutely be any one of these types of people.
I think what this person is frustrated at is the totality and incomprehensible difference of the human race.
Yeah.
Because there's people that are different.
Yeah,
and that want different things and have different desires.
Yeah. I just want somebody that will love me for me.
Yeah.
And why is that so hard?
Yeah. Why do people want different things and have different goals and needs and wants and such?
Just be like me. It's really funny because I had felt that, I guess, dating apps went through this phase. And in fact, pre-dating apps, when it was dating websites, and it was like, if you need to go to a dating website, you're a loser.
Yeah.
And you're pathetic and you have no chance of getting with anyone. And when you do get with somebody on one of these dating websites, they're going to be weird and you're going to be weird and it's never going to work.
Yeah.
And then it became more popularized with apps, obviously, because it was just like easy dating. And it was obviously like less effort to sign up. And you could be like, I'm just signing up as a jerk. And then, get onto it. And now it seemed seen as a way more like realistic or, a way to find somebody, an easier way to find somebody to date. And so I thought it was interesting, this person saying they're 26 female, to sort of come from that, I would say, like previous mentality of like dating apps are weird and horrible and why do they exist? And there is something superficial about them, definitely. But I think so long as you kind of understand that going into them, then there is, it's still, if you're looking for a partner, can make it a lot easier than naturally trying to find somebody out, out in the wild, as I call it. Just seems really, really interesting to me that they have such a negative opinion. Especially, they said, my friends have recommended me Hinge just because my friend and his boyfriend met in this app. Eye roll. Like that's the point of it.
What would you recommend? Well, Hinge worked really well for me.
Did it? Just because you're dating somebody. Like the vibe of this person is. I
don't want to date.
Let's just say, if I met this person on a dating app, I don't think we'd match.
Yeah,
right. Yes. Anywho, let's move on into shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
This shower thought is by Limbibber. October, November, December feels like Friday, Saturday, Sunday of the year.
Thank God it's Friday, Nelson.
Thank God it's
TGIF
Friday.
for this year.
Yeah, I know. I thought this. I feel this is so true to me.
It's funny. I've always thought like this is going to sound really weird. That like November, December were like the weekend, but I'd never considered October being like the Friday.
Even though it's your birthday month?
Even though.
Oh, see, to me, I think that's what kicks it off. I was like, it's my birthday. It's at the end of the year.
It's starting to come up.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I've stopped working, Cambo.
Yeah. We're on Friday drinks.
Yeah. It's 4 p.m. on a Friday. I am out of here. That's pretty funny.
Though December is actually historically very busy.
Yeah.
And I feel like Sundays are lazy days.
Very lazy. That's true. But I also treat January like a public holiday.
The moment from Boxing Day until going back to work is like a bunch of Sundays.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, nothing's going on. Nothing needs to happen. Yeah, that's good.
What day is it? I don't know.
Okay, this next one is by Attack Eyebrows.
Oh.
Throwing out condoms that have hit their expiration date hits emotionally harder than one expects.
Does it?
Yeah, I remember. So, like a few years ago, I would say I went through a dry spell, Cambo, and I do remember taking out a condom once, and I was like, "It's close to the expiration. This is they last a long time."
Yeah,
and
okay.
And I got that. I was like, "That's maybe a little bit depressing."
I think maybe it's just because obviously I'm absolutely ravenous with sexual intercourse.
That's true. Yeah.
I think like the only time I've really done is like I found like an old condom tucked behind somewhere and I've been like, this is expired. I threw it out. But I was like, oh my God. But yeah, okay. Yeah. I guess I'm looking at it through the wrong perspective. Of being like, no, these are your active everyday use condoms and it's been so long since you've had sex.
Yes. It was, I ripped it open and dust came out.
It went, whoo.
Finally. And then I blew it up in a balloon, obviously, and played with it around the room. This next one's by Nathaniel. It's not till you work a retail job that you realize 85% of people are dumb as rocks. There's an edit here that I'd like to add. Edit. All the people who gave me awards are part of the 85%.
Okay, so I did see this one.
Yeah.
I don't know whether working retail in other countries or something is far worse.
Yeah.
But 85% of people in retail are just regular transactions that go off without a hitch.
Yes, that's true.
It's
a much smaller percentage.
A much smaller percentage of people that are dumb as rocks make it. They're the ones you remember.
Yeah,
certainly.
yeah.
You don't remember the 85% that had no problem.
No issues at all, yeah.
Hey, one ticket to this. There you go. Cool, thanks. All right, bye.
Yeah.
But you get this lot being like, every single customer you serve is the worst.
Yeah. Pointing out obvious things to people, I guess. Funnily enough, mine I guess isn't so much in retail, but when I started working in a proper kind of job, I guess I would say, that wasn't with my family.
Because they were all dumb as rocks.
They are so dumb as rocks. I realized that's when I realized, like, people don't think the same way as I do, and I think it's kind of like you associate with people that I would say have a similar intelligence level as you, which can also, I think, stem from where you've grown up as well, because that also probably dictates your socioeconomic, I guess, status. And you know, a certain level of education gives a certain level of intelligence, sort of thing. You know, like, it's all loosely based. I'm not saying there's any like line that you draw that matches up all these things. And so I guess when I went to work with people that I would say were from different parts and whatever, and maybe saying dumb as rocks is okay. Some people dumb as rocks, absolutely.
Yeah.
But others that I'm like, like this to me, this problem that we're having is so easily solved. Mm-hmm. But where somebody's like really struggling to get their head around it, maybe needs to have several meetings about said problem or something like that.
Yep.
Where they're like, they just need to like have everybody on the same page and understanding. And to me, it's just like a non-issue at all. And like, it's going to get done. Something else I often find is people saying that they're swamped with work, and I might have the same workload as that person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this seems unusual that you're saying this as well. And I'm like, maybe again, it's because this idea that, oh God, I have just realized that makes me sound like I feel like I'm super intelligent, and that's not the case at all.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't go as high to say that it's 85% of people, but I think there is I guess I'm like surprised at the percentage of people that are dumb as rocks, for lack of a better word.
But my experience working in retail, which is like specifically what this post is kind of referring to, is like customer interactions of like some kind of transactional nature.
Yeah.
Is that the only other thing I think of people like this, they're like 85% of people are fucking idiots, is the kind of person that, say they're working in a clothing store or something.
Yeah.
And someone comes up with an item and they're like, all right, this is $15. Do you have a membership card? And they go, oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, hang on. And they get out and they're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
You have your membership card. You know what I mean? Like getting irrationally angry at people for something that's like, whatever, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you are dumb as rocks if you don't come with your membership card out, Cambo, obviously. Yeah, that's true. All right, Cambo, I think we should move on into podnapping.
Oh my God, I'm being podnapped.
Podnapping. This is Podnapping, where we nap a pod. We take a topical conversation or a segment from another thing, and we do it ourselves.
My week this week. Now, last week, I complained that too many people were sending you podnappings and giving you special treatment. I think that is true.
Lies.
However, this one is from Dorrie.
Yes, yes.
Dorrie sent through
And
a
just
podnapping
reiterating,
voice.
the last podnapping was from another listener as well.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, just reiterating as well while we're here. Send them in.
Send them in.
Send them in.
To me.
Send them in to either. It's fine. Now,
Okay, well, let's split the difference and then say me.
no, my last one. Nelson, you fool.
Yeah.
My last one before was fan theory subreddit, which was all me, baby.
Yeah, that's true.
I had a whole week I had to do my own, Nelson, between ones submitted by listeners.
Oh my God, how did you do that?
And this is actually a podnapping we've done before. It's a podnapping that Dorrie actually made for you, in which she sent in a bunch of quotes from the show, and I had to guess who said them.
Yes.
She said, that was unfair. Nelson gets too many podnappings. That was her words. So she actually did the same. So now I get to test you in the very same. She's put together a bunch more quotes from our show.
Okay.
And you need to guess which of us has said the quote.
Okay. Easy peasy.
Are you ready?
Yes.
This is the first quote. And then the dog goes, anyway, how was work?
It's like that game where, like, you have to come up with the, you know, like
That's the punchline.
That's the punchline. You have to come up with the joke beforehand. I'm gonna say you.
It was me.
Yeah.
It was episode 45.
Yeah, because dogs in my world shouldn't talk Cambo.
That to me was the dead giveaway.
Yeah.
It was me.
Yeah.
Second quote. I want to pat my hairy dolphin.
Oh, okay. That's weird. I'm gonna say you.
That was you.
Oh, okay. I don't want to pat a hairy dolphin. Can I just put that out there?
And not according to this quote.
Okay.
Those
Does that have episode numbers?
both from episode 45.
Oh,
That's why I refrained from saying the episode straight away.
It's a long time ago.
Who said this quote? I'm allowed to be racist. I'm a woman.
Oh God.
Dorrie, we don't remember this, but right in was what we said okay?
This is what I'm going to assume we were talking about. We were pretending that we were this person that we were talking about, and they were justifying why they were.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, you.
It was you. Episode 49, that one was. This next, I actually haven't read it in advance. The next one. The apple doesn't fall far from the man-slaughtering tree.
Oh my God. What the fuck? I guess that's you.
It is me, yeah.
Okay.
Episode 51, that was. What was I talking about? This is the next one. I feel like it's really hard to pull a tooth out. It's like pulling teeth.
I'm wondering if I said that. I guess I'm going to say me.
It was you.
Yeah,
Episode
okay.
65.
For some reason, I feel like I do remember saying that. Wait, what episode was that?
Episode 65.
Oh, okay. It was ages ago.
Yeah, ages
Okay,
ago. So it started quite early in episode 45, and then as it goes, it gets a little bit more modern. That being said, these are all within the first 100 episodes.
Yeah, okay.
So ages ago. There were different people by now. Who said this? Does Google not scare you? What if it teams up with the monkeys?
What? I'm going to say that's you.
It's you.
Really?
Episode 74. You've said some stuff, Nelson, let me tell you.
Okay. What if Google does team up with the monkeys?
What do you think you were talking about? Monkeys, obviously.
Monkeys. It could be the band, the Monkeys.
It's spelled different.
Okay. Yeah, I guess monkeys were intelligent or something. We'll talk about that at some point. And then, yeah, I don't know.
This next one. Who said this? My point is, I think you should be Schrodinger's corpse.
Are you?
That was me.
Yeah.
Should we wear leather people?
Leather people? What are we... no, you again.
That was me again, yeah. I want an ice cream flavor that tastes like Jim Carrey's butt.
We didn't say that. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Is this a test that Dorrie sent through?
Yeah.
That we will just believe any inane thing that someone sends through is like, yeah, we probably said that.
Yeah. Let's say me.
That was you.
Who wouldn't want?
All three of those were from episode 75.
Oh, okay.
So go back and listen to episode 75 and tell us what we were on. When we talk about idiots who put their dicks in coconuts, I look smarter.
Okay. At least I have the context for that one because that was a very famous episode about, well, in fact, a famous time on Reddit, I want to say, where several people put their dicks in coconuts.
Yep.
Let's say you.
That was me. Yeah, episode 77. Plato, more like Grato. Because he was right.
That sounds like something you would say, I think.
As Jesus once said, that shit's fucked, mate.
Do you know, funnily enough, I can't remember who said it, actually. Maybe it was me.
It was you.
I actually... There was a period of time where I was actually doing photoshopped images of things on our and posting it to like Facebook or something. And one of them is
that quote?
Is Jesus talking to his disciples, and he's saying, "Shit's fucked, mate."
Yes, you from episode 80. I know he's a 60-something-year-old blind man, but I want to get 3 to 5 other friends and beat this guy up.
This sounds like something I would say.
It is you. I'm pretty murderable.
That sounds like you.
It is me. Yeah. Mine seem to be like making new words. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I'd spend $250 on the kiddie ride downstairs. A lot of the times, I just go round and round. I'm not gay, by the way.
What? Well,
I'd spend $250 on the kiddie ride downstairs. A lot of times, I just go round and round. I'm not gay, by the way.
The context is, I feel like, very important.
Very important.
But I'd say that has to be me.
It is you, yeah.
Because... Oh, well, actually, I suppose it didn't have to be me. I was just thinking about where I was living at the time.
Right.
Which we ended up living in the same building. But maybe at that time we weren't living together. But I was in that building anyway. And there was Kitty right downstairs.
Who said, I don't do my homework because goat.
What?
That's the quote. Oh, sorry. I didn't do my homework because goat. So, no, I don't.
You?
It was you.
Oh,
it was you.
Okay.
Episode 93.
Allow me to explain.
Yeah, imagine the game was like, all right, that was your quote. Explain yourself.
Yeah. I'll explain myself. Goat.
Who said, at the start of the meeting, everything's cool. Everyone's kissing everyone. It's fine.
You.
It was me.
Explain yourself.
It was an orgy. I imagine there's nothing like murdering a person in cold blood.
I think that sounds like you.
Yeah, that was you.
Oh, okay.
And this is the last one. Who said, not to brag about the size of our balcony, but it could fit more than 3 dead cows. I will say this is clearly from the time that we lived together with quite a big balcony. Which one of us said that?
That's so specific. But I think you more specifically use the metric of dead cows than anyone I know. So.
I think that I specifically use the joke phrase "not to brag" more than you.
Okay, yeah.
Because I love the joke "not to brag," and then you say something not braggable.
Yeah.
Not to brag, but matching socks today. You know. Thank you, Dorrie. Thank you for saying that.
Thank you, Dorrie. That's good. And
just let us know, was one of them fake? Like, there's some shit in there. I don't know.
Yeah. Should we be ashamed of any of them?
Yeah, we should be ashamed of this show.
I mean, everything I am ashamed of. Okay. Now it's time for the Ask Me Anything, where listeners of the show, just like you, listener, can write in and ask us anything you want.
Got one here from Donnie.
Oh.
They say, hey, hope I make it into the video. I'm assuming they probably listen to on YouTube.
Yes, I guess so.
I don't know. I've been a fan for... We forget that it's on there.
Yeah. It auto-posts. We don't
I've been a fan for a little bit now and enjoy your podcast a lot. You guys are funny, awesome, and fun to listen to. It's been my dream to get into an episode of your podcast. Then I read your description on the episode and saw this email, the one he sent to. Sorry, I'll get to the question.
I just want to say, if anybody wants to make it their dream that they get onto this podcast, it's so easy. It's the easiest achievable dream in the world.
Reddit podcast.
Literally send an email.
READIT podcast.
You'll get there eventually.
At gmail.com.
Yep. Dream fulfilled, Cambo. We're like the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
We talk a big game.
We do one specific wish.
We talk a big game for a show that gets a lot of listener emails sent to spam.
Yeah.
We haven't checked spam in a while. Maybe we should check that.
No, I did.
Oh, you
because
did? Okay.
Somebody who wrote in went to spam.
Ah, okay.
Anyway, I'm checking it, guys.
Don't worry.
We're on it. We're on it. It's fine.
Anyway, they asked, how long have you guys been friends? Sorry if you already said how long on a different episode. Your friend, Donnie.
About 45 minutes.
Well, yeah, ish.
I've just decided recently that I will be friends with Cambo.
Yeah, we were acquaintances until then.
Yeah. We've got this really complex scale of friendships.
Yeah.
Where we go up in slow increments. We started off as just enemies. Obviously, that's how I start all relationships. Anyone is an enemy instantly when I meet them, and there's a slow progression to make it up to friend. Cambo's just made it 45 minutes ago. Weirdly, I've been his friend for ages.
I just did the maths, 14 years.
Oh, okay. 14 years.
I started, we met at a cinema that I worked at. I started there in October 2008.
Ooh.
Oh, no, you know what? 13 years. No, 14, 2008, yeah.
Okay. Was I friends with you at that time, though?
Oh, that's true. Let's call it 13 years. We took about a year to walk to each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Good work. That's pretty good. That's almost half our lives.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
God, we've wasted half our lives.
Oh, my God. Imagine if we didn't meet each other. And
what a dream.
We could be living such a more fulfilled life.
Yeah. We both have more successful podcasts with other people.
Yeah. We keep each other down. It's basically how our friendship works.
We are both the weight dragging the other down.
Yes. Anyway, I've got an email here from Donnie.
Oh, double dream come true in one episode.
Double dream come true. It's me again. I hope that Nelson is feeling better. I am. Then I got sick again.
Yeah.
There was probably like 5 days where I was fine. Then I went to PAX Oz. It was a great time, by the way. And I got sick again. But it was a much shorter sickness. Anyway, thank you. I am feeling better. Hey, I hope I get into a podcast episode because it's my dream to be on Reddit.
Donnie,
I really feel like, Donnie, you thought that we would be picking and choosing, and we are
not going to believe this episode.
We might actually accidentally kill Donnie with a heart attack.
Yeah.
If you were single and had a crush, how would you tell them? Good night/day, your friend from Canada, Donnie.
Thanks, Donnie. How would we tell a crush? I don't think I would tell my crush that I had a crush on them.
Yeah.
Because then it makes it weird. Like I'd ask them like on a date. And I think the crush is maybe then implied.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I don't think I'd be like, I have a crush on you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I would propose an activity, a date or something.
There's very specific circumstances, I think, in which I would have to be like, I have a crush on you.
Yeah.
Like you would have to be talking about, you'd almost have to be talking about your relationship. And then you'd have to like admit, oh, I have a crush on you.
You're strapped to a chair.
Yeah.
They're torturing you, trying to get the information about who you've got a crush on.
Yes.
It's you, all right? I've got a crush on you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, thank you so much.
Honestly, it would be weird if it got to them even tying the knots.
Yeah.
like it's
I'll get it out of you somehow.
It's a pain-free thing to do. But yeah, I guess that, because I'm pretty sure like when I was in primary school and stuff, I'm pretty sure it was like, it felt like a young kid thing to do, where you would go up and tell your crush you had a crush on them. I think that was...
And then run away.
And then run away. Yeah. Crying.
Oh,
that's
Donnie,
how
have you thought about that?
Yeah.
Run up to them, tell them you got a crush on them, run away.
Then run away.
Yeah. Or get your friend to do it. That's even better.
Oh, you know what? You've hit the nail on the head. Tell your best friend.
To run up to them.
Yeah.
Tell them you got a crush on them, and then they run away. And then you both look at them.
Yeah, you have to be peeking over some sort of object at the time until they make eye contact. Then you duck down really quick.
You're visible but clearly trying to hide and look very nervous.
Yeah. And hot at the same time. Thank you for writing in, Donnie. And Dorrie for sending in Podnapping.
Appreciate it.
If you would like to write into us, you can do so. Reddit podcast, readit podcast at gmail.com. You can also reach us at Facebook, Twitter, and our subreddit. They're all readit podcast.
It'd be pretty sick if people sent in a podnapping.
Oh my God, imagine sending in a podnapping.
That would be, I would think that person was pretty cool.
You've achieved life
if
you've done that. I think so. Unless you've already done it, in which case you haven't yet, and you need to send another one, and then you would have achieved life.
How do you get to Fenway Park? Practice.
Oh.
Keep sending them in.
Oh, okay.
And we'll let you know when you really hit it.
So technically what we're saying is all the podnappings anyone's sent in so far are failures. But keep going and you might get there.
I didn't explicitly say that.
Yeah, but implied, obviously.
But I didn't explicitly say that.
Yeah,
I just want to point that out.
Yeah. But like
what people take
failures. Try again.
And like make them different.
Yeah. If you'd like to write into us, you can do so. Reddit podcast, readit podcast, gmail.com. You can also reach us at Facebook, Twitter, and our subreddit. They're all readit podcast. We'd also appreciate it if you could subscribe and rate the show.
One of us appreciates it more than the other, but we'll never tell you which one.
We'll never tell you. Thanks for listening, and we will read you later.